Imagine this. A student asks ChatGPT for help on a personal essay. The tool delivers a polished, thoughtful draft within seconds. But here's the problem. The student hasn't thought through their beliefs, their story, or their values. They haven't struggled through the messy process of self-reflection. They've skipped the part of learning that actually builds character. In an era where AI can mimic almost any form of communication, education faces a new question. How do we develop students who know not just how to think, but how to live with integrity? Character education isn't just about being nice or following rules. It's about helping students build internal frameworks for making good decisions, especially when no one is watching. That includes honesty, empathy, humility, and courage. These aren't easily quantifiable, but they matter just as much, if not more, than academic achievement. But AI tools change the landscape. When students can use AI to do their writing, generate responses, or plan projects, what happens to the moral weight of their choices? Are they learning to take shortcuts, or are they learning to think more critically about how and when to use these tools ethically? This is where the role of educators becomes transformative. We have to shift from focusing only on outcomes to emphasizing the process. When a student submits a paper, we shouldn't just ask, "Is this correct?" We should ask, "Does this reflect your thinking? Did you do the hard work yourself? What did you struggle with?" Teachers can build this culture by incorporating structured reflection into their assignments. After using AI tools, students could be asked to write a brief note on what they learned, how they used the tool, and why they made certain decisions. This encourages metacognition and ownership. Another strategy is to design learning experiences that require values-based judgment. For instance, in a literature class, instead of asking students to summarize a chapter, ask them to evaluate a character's moral decision. Or in science, rather than just solving a technical problem, ask them to consider the ethical implications of a new technology. These tasks can't be answered fully by AI. They require human interpretation, personal voice, and moral reasoning. This doesn't mean banning AI. Instead, it means teaching students how to use it responsibly, and more importantly, when not to use it. A student who understands the difference between convenience and character is already ahead. And here's where school culture matters. Integrity is learned through experience. If students see honesty rewarded and shortcuts challenged, they begin to internalize those values. If they know teachers care more about growth than perfection, they're more likely to be honest when things get hard. The digital world will only become more complex, but character, that inner compass that guides choices, remains as important as ever. In fact, it's the one thing AI can't replicate. Let's make sure we're not just educating for performance. Let's educate for character. Because in a world full of instant answers, students will need something stronger to guide them. A well-developed sense of who they are and who they want to be.